Our call the meeting to order at 10:31 a.m. We have the full board with Roger here via Zoom. First on the agenda is public comment. We have no public present, so skip that. Next up, we have prior meeting minutes, which we did not get them sent out to the rest of the board, so we're gonna have to put them on hold until next month, so you guys have a chance to read it. No. I saw that. I saw your email right now. I'm really trying to figure out a way to set up notifications for those emails because I'm not.
I mean,
Or just make it a habit to check them every day.
If
No, it's fine. It's not a big deal. We'll move it to next month. That way everyone gets a chance to read them properly and, check on anything. And it's not like we won't be in trouble for it. We'll be fine.
got posted.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
did.
I saw them got posted.
Yep, so we're good on that. Next up, financial reports.
Which one do you want to do first?
Let's go with statement of activity so we can see.
Oh,
What are
perfect. That's the
activities?
one I have. It's
No.
not very,
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Printed and bring
Yeah.
it next time, yeah.
I'm good with I printed it out because I think better that way
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
In bold.
Me too. No,
Oh my God, what is this random food over me?
What's HRA?
it's our health savings.
Oh, gotcha.
It's our health
Reimbursement account.
reimbursement account. Thank you. I
Oh, so
never
it's
knew
like
what
a
our-
not
HSA.
But reimbursement, okay. Just wasn't sure.
Which one are we starting on? Sorry.
the statement.
Statement of activity. The only one that I see is like high is that membership dues, 9,000. Which I'm sure is probably like
Are
some
we-
annual stuff.
Um,
Well, 153 is that program, so maybe I'm just hard to read on the computer.
membership dues. I
Too
think
small.
it's-
Okay, I'm looking at a different sheet than you are.
I have membership dues at 765 and then programs at 9,000.
You have the March one. Wait, no, that's what am I?
Oh, we
Statement of
want
activity.
April. We don't want March.
Yeah.
That would
And you
be,
said statement of activity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're
I downloaded the wrong ones. Let me.
Yeah, I know I did the same thing. Hold on.
And it's July through April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the year to date or fiscal year to date.
Gotcha.
Okay, here we go.
I need a straight edge. I need it printed and I need a straight edge. But it works.
Ah, okay. I found it. Oh,
Can't I-
no, that's not the right one. I also can't see it because there's so little, the writing
Yeah,
is so
so-
little on
Something
the,
where it frames it
on the
into.
email.
Yep.
Okay. Let's
Should
see.
Download it. Oh, bigger that way. Yep, it was bigger that way.
The program surprised me because I did not.
Oh, you did Zoom like that?
Is it?
Yeah.
It's 9,000.
That seems a little bit more than you just open. I keep a different spreadsheet with like all the actual
Okay.
charges that I make in the categories. So
Well, with the line dancing, that's probably a good check for that.
yeah, so it looks like in April we paid Bethany $450.
Yoga 240.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. We paid Bethany about $1,000 between March and April. I'm wondering if something accidentally got put into the programming category that
Is that just
Yeah,
2006. I mean, in 2026, it's not, doesn't include the July. The fall expenses aren't in there, right? On this part, but it's in this part,
oh, that's
correct?
the year to, are we
That's
year to year?
It's year to
This is
date.
what it is.
It's July to April.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
January.
Yeah, at the top.
Okay.
Does
now
that
I'm
make
not-
more sense?
I'm not panicking
Yeah.
anymore. I was like, we did not spend $9,000 last
Fiscal year day.
It's
not
fiscal.
calendar.
So, yeah, no, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Because
we-
that'll be your fall expenses as
Mhm.
well, and
Yeah.
and summer programming.
I have almost $10,000.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is, it's, the budget was $6,000. We, knew going in that we were gonna be over because of, line dancing. But we do make back a lot of that money in cash donations. We just
Yeah.
can't put it in the same line
Yeah,
item,
gotcha.
so, yeah. So it
Um,
always looks like.
Can I ask what's involved in your public relations number?
Yeah, so we do an ad in the newspaper every month. We, have a MailChimp newsletter
Okay.
subscription. What else do we put in there?
You have the
Anytime,
program to send out the text.
yeah, that's included in there.
Okay.
Any
I just
sort
was
of, like,
wondering what that number encompassed.
yeah, any sort of like boosting
Yeah,
Facebook,
gotcha.
that sort of thing.
Gotcha.
Sometimes I put in like software that we use for,
Yeah,
like,
okay.
the Canva, when we pay the
Right.
yearly Canva, that's
Gotcha,
in
gotcha.
there too.
Gotcha. Those are my questions were more clarification than anything. Just because I don't know.
Any other questions on statement of activity?
I mean, I did have one thing that I noted was that
Yeah.
the copier use, we brought in, 987 and change in use, but then the expense for having the copier is a little bit more. At what point does that even out?
I don't think it will ever even
I
out
think it's
because
just, yeah.
we use it for our things too.
Okay.
So
Alright.
like, we don't charge our,
Yourselves?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it's our, we do posters, paperwork,
Okay.
any of that stuff isn't. I don't think it's ever supposed to balance.
Yeah.
I think
It's an offset.
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
an offset,
Yeah. Just to mitigate the cost, not eliminate it.
exactly. And we also, that the copier use also includes our server fees and.
Oh, okay.
so,
All right.
Which you would need to
That
do
would-
whether you allowed the public to use it or not.
Yeah,
Yes.
that makes more sense. Okay. I was like, it's close, but there's just like a,
Yeah, no, it's not gonna ever offset, but it's not ever gonna balance, but it's offsets a little bit.
Roger, have you gone over this document at all with Kyle?
I have not had a chance to sit down with Carol over it, but I don't see anything, anything significant that leapt out at me. She had a funeral, I think, this week that she was going to out of town, so we haven't connected, and I've been out of town, traveling. I'll be back on Monday.
Okay. The only reason I asked was because I was wondering if you had any info on the reconciliation discrepancies at the very bottom of the document.
I do not.
If not, okay.
wasn't that one that I feel like we've discussed that in the past.
I guess it's what used to be the miscellaneous, maybe.
Yeah, we did, and I'll sit down and connect up with her. For $71, I'm not going to lose a whole lot of sleep, but
Yeah.
what we used to call when I was in public accounting, we used to call ESP, $71 error someplace, and not lose a lot of sleep over it. But I'll catch up with her.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, I'm good. I don't know if everyone's ready to move on to the next document.
Next one.
Let's see what we got. This statement of financial position.
We had actually talked about whether because the town doesn't even publish theirs. It really is pretty much a meaningless document, and in a way almost a misleading document, because it really doesn't apply in a tax exempt nonprofit kind of world, because what we've really got is a bank account and the VCF, and the rest is sort of number mushing. What really counts is what are we sitting on, because our liabilities are sort of almost inconsequential. Our balance on a credit card at any given minute is we take it down to zero or sub-zero every month anyway. The rest is all meaning. So what we really need to focus on there is, are we okay from a cash flow perspective?
Yes.
And we certainly are. We just got our big chunk from the town last week or the week before. I guess it was just before I left. So it was about a month ago now that we've had our big chunk of dough from the town. We transferred 100,000 of that into the money market account, so it wasn't sitting in the checking. But there really isn't much to say here. That QuickBooks tax holding account is something that QuickBooks developed recently. It's a segregation that is really sort of meaningless to us. I'm gonna, again, when I finally connect up with Carol, we're gonna see if there's a way for us to get rid of it, because it doesn't mean anything to us.
What is
Yeah, I
that?
do.
The-
So
oh,
the
the-
QuickBooks tax holding account is set up for businesses that actually pay taxes.
Yeah.
Because we don't need that. And I know Kyle has been on with QuickBooks several times to be like, hey, can we take this off? And she sometimes gets the runaround from them. And so
It sounds like it's something that they programmed in and didn't realize they need to be able to remove it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's something that popped in relatively recently.
Yeah.
It may have
Yeah.
been with an update or something, and we're just trying to figure out how to just turn it off, basically, because it's meaningless to us. So it just does nothing but confuse the otherwise asset side of the financial statements as being sort of cash that's put aside for something, and it's really not.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree that like the main part of this document is definitely just making sure that we have money in the account.
Yeah.
Although I think maybe, I know what we've done in the past is put like a bigger chunk of it into the money market account and only leave what we need for the month. That way it accrues more interest, because that's definitely helped us out. We've gotten more interest throughout the years than we expected by having most of it in the money market account and then switching it over to the checking as needed.
We did. I moved $100,000 out of
Okay.
that. So that would have been probably right after the 30th. That I'd have to check the date on it, but we did move 100,000 out. So that's not sitting in the checking account anymore.
Perfect. Thank you.
And then one quick question on it, line 275. I know that we've discussed this unexpended grant. Have we discovered where that is yet? That's 63278.
I'm sorry, where are you?
Line 275, the unexpended grant. Remember, we had like that big conversation trying to figure out where that is and what unexpended grant that was.
I think that
I
is
thought that was the
one
internet
from
or-
like 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was many years ago.
Yeah, they I know they gave back the money. but
Okay.
They didn't actually use. So I think Kyle was trying to figure out how to get it off of there, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it was so long ago, is problematic.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're still trying
Yeah.
to figure out how to get that.
She's kind of like, she's been focusing more recently on like all of the things that need to be done.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Oh, totally agree.
She
to
just
do that.
she just got back from Italy and then had to go to a funeral immediately. So she has also had 2 new grandbabies this
Yeah.
year.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
she's been a busy lady.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that's not just pushed to the wayside that
No,
Yeah,
no,
there is a-
there is no $600.
Yeah,
anywhere,
okay.
so,
that's it.
unfortunately.
I just wanted to make sure it was,
Yeah. But for my time, sort of.
I just want to make sure it was addressed and that we
Yep.
are working on it. All right.
All right. Anybody else have anything on this document?
I will remind Kyle about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Let's close that on this one. Go to everyone's favorite. Budget versus actual.
Okay. All right, bear with me 1 second. I just have to go. Budget perspection.
We are starting to get closer to the end of our fiscal year, so some of these numbers will start looking higher than they did. Are the donations falling under general?
Yes.
Okay. Thought we had a separate line for them. So.
So I think the line is actually supposed to be general donations.
Oh,
That's what the
okay.
line item should be called. And that's all that,
It's everything
that's all that line dancing
Dancing,
money.
feeding back into itself.
Yeah. We also, got donations for the, defibrillator that is on order for us, I guess.
Oh, nice.
I bug my brother-in-law about that again. He's in charge of getting that. So he, Bobby from Deerfield Valley Rescue, he's ordering all the ones for the town so that they all will integrate with each other and with their equipment. So, because apparently, like, they come with pads,
Mhm.
and the best thing that you can do is have ones that, like, when rescue shows up with their equipment, they can just unplug the
And plug
pad
those.
and put it on, like, and put the pad
Oh,
plug into
okay.
their
So
equipment.
they're
That
machine.
makes sense.
So-
Not having to reapply pads and everything.
Yes,
So
yeah.
that makes sense then.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, go with what you need. Tell us what you want. So that's, yeah.
All right, I got a few questions on this one. So line 5134, the HRA expense, we've budgeted for 23,000, and I'm sure somewhere that's right. It just is written down incorrectly, saying that actual was only 643.44.
So we,
That's the one that we feed into every year, accounting for everyone where Kendra doesn't actually use it. So it's every year it's gonna be less used as long as she doesn't use it.
That
If she
of
begins
that
to use it.
much?
so yeah, so every single person is it 9,000 something. I forget what maybe 9,300 or something like that. So we always have to budget for Kendra just in case she joins on. And she hasn't yet decided to do that. So, we know we'll pretty much always have, as long as
Yeah.
Kendra doesn't join, we'll always have an extra $9,000. The rest of that, expenditure is just basically as we use it.
Okay.
So I guess, Ellis and I have both just been healthy this year. And, we also, we also don't get it back. Like, it doesn't show up immediately in here because it goes through the town, because it's the town's plan.
Okay.
So,
We have to wait for
We
them to
use
send
it-
us info.
they send the bill to
Dial.
Marco, and then
Yeah,
we wait for
it has
Marco to decide. if
So
he
when
reconcile
will we
the
be
numbers.
getting that? Because we're almost to the end of the fiscal year.
hopefully before the end of the fiscal year. There's
Okay.
no sort, even though
I know you reached out before to
we
try
reached
to
out,
get it set up regularly and it hasn't happened.
Carol, that was something Carol was really tried
Mhm.
to do, and
To get like other monthly or quarterly updates.
yeah.
That
And
has
then-
Not happened.
Number two, I remember we had that bank charge. Was that ever reversed? What happened with that line 50?
We never got that. They never took that off.
Okay.
So
I thought they reimbursed like
They
part of
reimbursed
one of
some,
them.
yeah, we had two
Oh,
bank
yeah.
charges and they reimbursed one. But not the other. So we've got a solid system now. Roger does it online.
Yeah, now we have it set up
So-
that the online payments can go through. Cause I know, like, when I didn't have access to online payments, it was weird. My access is funky. But he's updated my access, so now I can do payments too, just in case he's not able to.
Well, that's good. You should always have a backup like that.
Yeah.
That's smart.
One thing that did kind of stand out to me was salaries was already at 98.52%. We still have 2 more months of salaries to pay.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know how that happened, why it happened, or where those hours went.
I'll have to take a look at that because I don't know.
Or was that because of like the cost of living increases we did after we did their increases in the fall, which is after we'd already had the budget set. That was-
We budgeted in for the cost of living. It's
Yeah.
possible we might have had an extra pay period. If you know what I mean, like
Yeah,
there's not, even though there's 52 weeks in a year, it's not necessarily 26 pay periods. Sometimes it's
see on how it
27.
lands, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look at that because we were under for hours pretty much every week.
Yeah.
So,
And then line 5310 with the equipment, is that including the
that's
computers?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I thought so. And I was
For
like,
sure.
I think, but I
That's
just,
why it's so much over budget.
yeah,
'cause-
I just want to double check because that's a huge over budget as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Which we still, I don't think that transfer ever happened from the other account
yeah,
until to cover the 3,000 that we said we're gonna cover with the other account.
I will make sure that I remind everyone that that needs to happen.
and then we're at 100%
Yep.
for cleaning. Are we going to have the cleaners come through again before the end of the fiscal year, or is
They
that
come each
Yeah,
month.
they come twice a month.
okay? So we'll be over for that at the end of the fiscal year.
Yeah,
Okay,
and yeah, on mine, I don't have them over. I still have a couple hundred.
so could it just be that was just totaled incorrectly somehow? Okay. Would we be able to have maybe just a closer look at that, just so
Mhm.
for next year's cleaning budget, we have that
Yeah.
situated?
I know what was the next budget that we put in, we were just anticipating a potential increase already. Wasn't it like another
Yeah.
$25 or something like that? That was anticipated just in case.
But if we're already over, if we're going to be over budget because we still have 2 months left in the fiscal year, and they come twice a month,
Yeah.
and so we'll be potentially over budget at the end of this fiscal year. So
Yep.
just anticipating that
Yeah.
potential, unless this is like a total, you know what I'm saying? It just was not calculated correctly.
I'm looking at it. I've got still $274 left in that line item.
Okay.
So,
That's 2 cleanings,
Yeah.
so still a month,
yeah,
a month over.
well, we are, this is completely up to date. They came yesterday.
Okay.
So, or Tuesday, whatever day this is.
Today's Thursday, yeah.
Thank you. I wrote it down on my calendar. That's what that C meant on my calendar
Cleaning.
for June. Yes, it was cleaning. I couldn't remember. So they cleaned on the 19th. They'll clean on the 2nd, the 16th, and the 30th. The one on the 30th probably won't get paid until
There's 3.
the next fiscal year.
Yeah.
All right, so you
Two.
Covered.
have 2, so
Yeah.
you're,
It's just,
Yeah.
we just have to figure out why it's,
Why
We're in
higher
QuickBooks.
than here, yeah.
Yeah, it's just not, and it's possible I missed one on here too sometimes. QuickBooks is more efficient than I am.
So that just needs to be clarified.
Yeah. Well, no, December only has one. It might be a December one. So.
Yeah, we also, like, if they have an illness or something, sometimes we,
Okay.
but we did go from paying, every 2 weeks, every 2 cleanings to paying every cleaning. Where, sometime
Yeah.
in the new year, we went to that.
Oh, gotcha, 2 points.
Oh, okay, I see, yeah.
And don't forget that it's like 7/3, the 2 cleanings, the first one, that's
Yeah.
from June.
From the month
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You're
right,
So they-
There you go.
So every year it's gonna carry
Yeah.
over.
It's kind of one of those things where when you look at the total,
Yeah,
So if you
look at the
take,
total at
that's
the end
one
of the
cleaning
year,
that you can add in.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
you're gonna, that's one of those moments where you go, okay, like at the end of the year, we look at the total budget and we go, okay, we said we were gonna spend 241,000. We actually spent, 239,000. Like,
Mhm.
some line items are gonna be a little over, some are gonna be a little under, and, sometimes
Balances.
as long as it balances in the total in the total expenses at the end of the year. Sometimes we have to rob a little bit from one hand
yeah,
to pay the other.
Like online services is down pretty significantly, so that kind
Yeah,
and that'll all
of averages
balance,
out other
yeah.
things.
but then like silly things like, like the Canva fee, the couple $100 we paid for Canva for a year. Like, if we're over in PR, I could put that in online services if
Yep.
I wanted to, like, it could work for either. So,
Expenses though, in fact, we're at 85.
Yeah.
86%. So overall, like, to your point, overall expenses, you're
We're-
fine on budget.
Yeah,
It's
we're
just
fine on
haven't
budget.
allocated.
I'm anticipating that, for the budget, we will come in under for the year.
Yeah, if we're at 85 with only 2 months more of.
Yeah,
We
not
should-
even,
Yeah.
not even, like a month and
Yeah.
a
Well,
week.
from the
Yeah.
numbers.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure,
Yeah.
especially that cleaning
Oh,
up
yeah.
it wasn't like, when we're not expecting any other expenses like that where you've already allocated.
I don't have anything that I've already allocated that's a huge
Okay.
expense. So
Okay.
I think we should be fine. I actually have a couple of things in my back pocket that I'm like, hey, if we're under, like that
Yeah.
giant table that we were talking about making,
Yeah.
like, I think we could afford
Potentially actually do it.
to do
Yeah.
that.
Just how
So
we look at the.
we've only been talking about it for 3 years, so
Yeah.
I don't know. But if we had, if we have an extra 1,000, that's something I can spend an extra 1,000.
Yeah. And we could use it.
Well, yeah, and you don't want to go to town meeting next year and have them say like, well, we budgeted
Yeah.
you 241,000 last year and you only spent 235.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. No, no, no.
This time,
Yeah.
we're only gonna do
Yeah.
that much.
You need to spend it and not
Yeah.
have it, you need to spend it.
Yeah. Like, give it-
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
Any other questions on budget versus actual or
Mm,
statements or any of? Okay. There was no new business, so next old business, strategic plan updates.
except pretty much, it's still chugging right along. It's not like a huge update. We're starting to work on the individual goals that we have. So we have 4 areas of strategic opportunity. We covered 2 at last month's meeting or May's meeting. We was hoping to cover all 4, but we got to 2. We're trying to keep the meetings are in the evening, so I'm trying to keep them short and sweet
Yeah.
so that people don't get too tired out from them. So every month I'm like 2 more months, 2 more months. But we're really like the end is near and things are coming together. So we're gonna have a few staff meetings this month about, well, this month into next month about, like looking at the overarching goals and then picking more individual objectives that we want to do underneath them, but it's the right direction. We're going the right direction. I have to tell you, the last time I did a strategic plan, it took me like 2 years to do
Oh, wow.
it. This is like super
Yeah,
fast.
really- Yeah, really chugging along.
Yes.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Welcome.
And policy review, last bit of all business.
Yeah, so
Our programming policy that she sent us all. She being Allison.
yes.
Oh,
She
yeah,
being me.
about that, yeah.
So I am the one thing that I really like about the programming policy, about one thing I really like about reviewing these every month is that you forget some of the things that you said in the past.
Mhm.
So, I was talking to somebody and was like, I was telling her like we pay you and then like you can't ask people for money. Like yoga is different
Yeah,
because
right,
it's just like a little
Yeah.
like
Yes.
tip.
Right.
But like because the woman wanted to charge people to come and I was like, no, 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 we
Yeah.
don't do that.
Okay.
And then I looked at this, I'm like, it says it in our policy that programs are free and open
Yep.
to people in the community. Like, so I can say
Yeah, like
having
that's our
strong
policy.
policies
Yeah.
makes my job easier in a way.
No.
It makes their jobs easier. So
It does help to have the backing of a
Yes.
well-written policy.
yeah.
And there are definitely people, Mark always calls them policymakers, people who come across your business. That's saying,
Oh, yeah.
no, we need a policy against
Uh-huh.
this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Makers in the world.
I try not to lie. There are people that have policies about every single thing. Like, there's bulletin board policy. I think we have one somewhere. Like, but
Get a little too specific with things, then
yeah, then people say, well,
work
you
around
said
stuff.
you weren't going to do it like this, but you did it like that. And,
This is well written, though. This
Thank
is
you.
particularly well written.
Yeah, I don't have any revisions. I was happy
Yeah,
with the
no,
last
this one-
time. I'm happy with it this time.
Yeah, this one's nice.
it's a whole year old. So
Very well
Anybody want to make a motion to just keep the policy
No.
as is?
Make a motion to approve the policy as written.
Do we have a second?
Second.
nope.
She'll beat you to it. All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously. All right. Man, this meeting's going by quick.
Killing it. I'll go get Kendra.
Yeah. Next up is the youth librarian report.
All right, everyone ready for the
And the sun is in.
psych up the energy?
But what? They're calling me in?
Already?
Not even an hour into what?
Yeah. This might be a record for her.
Discussing the things that need to be
Yeah.
discussed.
Oh, don't worry, we'll have plenty of long meetings in the winter when we talk about budget. That's when it really happens. Fall to doing.
Here,
Good.
my report was basically a massive attendance list this
Yeah.
whole time. I can update you and let you know that last night's party was a fantastic success. We had 12 out of the 13 third graders were able to attend, and we had 21 adults attend. And
Yeah, my pen pal didn't attend.
yeah, I'm sorry. I assume that they had some other.
Yeah. I was
Sorry.
excited too. I was like,
Seffi's pen pal wasn't there either.
But it's like pointed out to see if she had read the last letter a little more clearly, she would have known that.
Yeah.
It's very much in there. She's like, no, one thing. I was like,
Yep.
I need to show you.
Right here. Exhibit A.
Yes. So, and we had some people who came that were like guests of other pen pals. And so there's already a lot of people being like, well, how can I be a pen pal?
I love
That's very
that.
exciting. So we're excited, and Miss Gamache and Miss Scott came, the teacher and the principal, and they were also very pumped about it. And so, yes, this is the beginning. of a very big tradition. And we talked about how potentially we can go international next year. We have one kid from that class who's moving to Mexico. So that gives us another, so we can maybe do it more as like various writing projects instead of as much of a back and forth. Since we have a lot of
A
options.
bilingual pen pal for.
We have bilingual pen pal, international pen pals.
They take Spanish at Dover School,
Yeah,
right?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh.
and
They've learned that much.
and the budget just was amended so that we will continue to have 2 days of Spanish next year. So it was great. It was great. Our chickens, please all come visit them.
They're adorable.
Yeah, so-
Can I poke something in about the pen pal program? Yesterday,
I know.
I'm still.
It's everywhere.
Wednesday morning at Rotary, I like reminded everybody who was part of the program, like, hey, come and meet your pen pal tonight. And they thanked me for this opportunity. And, like, obviously they thanked us.
But you were very much instrumental in, you
Yeah.
were our mail person, our postmaster.
I need a hat.
Yeah. We're working into the budget.
Get you one of those messenger bags.
But they were so enthusiastic about the program, and they really made connections with kids in the community. And it's, a lot of Rotarians are people that didn't have kids that went to Dover School. They retired here, and so they might not have grandkids nearby. So there were like cute little like grandkid moments too.
Sweet.
But they just were very thankful that we involved them in the program, which I was more thankful that they participated and made our little dreams come true. But
Yeah,
it went
because
both ways.
it was a chance for the families at the Dover school, and that specifically, obviously, the kids, the Dover school is Dover to them. Like that is like their whole thing. And I think that some of the kids got a chance to see how our little town is a lot bigger, but also some of the ways that our little town is still really small. Like they found out, like, oh my gosh, this person that I was corresponding with actually knows my mom and has known my mom. One of the pen pals, it turns out, is friends with their pen pals, Para, in the classroom. And so they were like, oh my gosh, like, like I know this person and you know this person. So it was really cool to see it all come together.
And plus people made other connections too, like with each other.
Oh, yeah.
It was a group of like, we had a bunch of
Yeah.
Rotarians, but we also had the parents from the kids in the school. And we had people who weren't necessarily Rotarians who stepped in
Yes.
to help, stepped up for the ones that, slacked off.
Right.
But then, yeah, so it was a community building moment.
So yeah, it was almost like three layers of generations is how it ended up. And it all, like we've said before, like it all kind of evolved through this 1 year. And so now I have a really solid idea of how I can, form a blueprint and be ready to replicate it. And this is definitely something the rising second graders have already asked. Well, like, do we get to do pen pals next year? Because I may have a little bit of a reputation for like being like, okay, well, check, we did that kind of program. Moving on to the next fun thing. So they're like, this is one of those ones that's gonna stick,
Yeah,
right?
that
It'll keep providing the dopamine. Don't worry, guys. That was really cool. And then it was fun also to have it overlap with the chickens.
Oh, yeah.
Because it gave the kids something to share as well with their
Pen pal. That's the word.
and we again finished up our half-day programs, which really ended on a high note. And
Thank God.
the kids and the parents again are like, that one's gonna stick, right? Oh my gosh, the greatest news ever. You should have seen me at Library Explorers, though. It wasn't even one where I would like dangle the big carrot and was like, come on, come see a cow. They just all happened to all be available to attend. And we had 9 kids.
Nice.
And the parents all laugh at me because I'm like, I'm so excited.
That's awesome.
And so next, I mean, now I have to sit down at the computer and churn out all of my, the word that comes to mind is propaganda, but that's not the right word. Propaganda. Dinosaur propaganda. And I gotta just, nail all that down. It's a lot of things have already been booked. We have Dino Man that we're collaborating with. Petty is coming. He has big inflatable dinos. We have some things that we've always traditionally done for like the story times, Library Explorers Club, and I just kind of will finagle that. My first book club is definitely going to get the summer reading treatment and continue. It was the cutest.
Mhm.
3 of the kids that do my first book club during their Dover school visit, the last visit was very chicken centric, as one would have. So it wasn't one where I was like really like leading everything. They were kind of freestyling in the library and coming over in small groups to see the chickens in the incubator. And I caught out of the corner of my eye those 3 sitting in one of the aisles having their own My First Book Club meeting where they were leading it themselves and talking, and they each picked a book and come and sat down. And I was like, well, I'll just be over here crying over one where I'm like, oh my gosh, look, it's happening, we're doing it. And then so it's just all good stuff. It's a lot happening, but like it doesn't come across on the paper, but there was just so much happening.
I mean,
It
this was-
comes across.
Yeah.
It comes across.
Always happen. And I haven't gone back and checked, but I think we're pretty close to getting most of our students' overdues caught back up, which we like to do before the summer, although they'll hopefully continue to come. Some kids do rely heavily on their school visits as their main point of contact with us. So,
somebody gave back a book that was due in 2024 the other day. I was so impressed.
Is that coral? Maybe.
No.
Okay.
board book. Because I love when I'm shelving and all of a sudden I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen this. And again, it was due a while.
I don't think so. I think it was an older kid.
And May is confirmed she's gonna come back.
Yay.
There's some
Oh, yeah.
reading program assistant,
Yeah.
as if it was optional. And she drives now, so that'll also
Oh,
really,
whoa.
I think that's
Uh-oh.
really gonna help us elevate this whole thing because like she won't have to rely on anybody for rides, so
Yeah.
her schedule can be more of her own making. Which would be great. So yeah, rock and roll, there'll be a lot of dinosaur stuff coming our way. Just one way.
I love it. That's great. Thank you.
Oh, any questions?
Are we going to be in the blueberry
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
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 We have plans already.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Right. I'm excited.
There's a
Listen.
dance team.
Wow.
Not kidding.
I have declined like other things I've been invited to because I'm like, there might be a parade I have to be in. So sorry. Just saying.
I looked at it, we cannot afford to outfit the kids in inflatable T-Rex costumes,
The fact that you actually looked at it though.
but maybe we'll find one adult.
Oh, we definitely have one at home.
Maybe that's what we should do to tackle.
I'm just saying.
Tacos for dinos.
Yes. I love
I'm just
tacos
saying,
and inflatable.
That's Matt's favorite Halloween costume because then nobody knows he doesn't have to talk to people and he doesn't have to communicate with people because he's inside a costume.
That's all I have
I'm
to do.
writing that information down.
That's-
That's about Matt, about the existence.
Yeah.
But yes, if you want to not communicate with people on Halloween, you put on one of
Yeah.
those inflatable costumes. You don't.
Yeah. All you do is roar. Very good.
You don't have to do that.
All right. Last on our agenda is the director's report.
Oh, it's okay.
It's me.
So,
What?
oh, this is April. I'm sorry. I
Oh my
pulled up the
gosh.
wrong one. Again,
Oh, boy.
I could use an extra month.
I feel that.
Let me do. All right, so here's the acceptable one. So one thing, one thing that I have been keeping track in the budget is that the amount that we budgeted for Hoopla, was really, like really worked out very well. We budgeted $6,000 for the year for Hoopla. And if you don't know, every time somebody borrows something on Hoopla, we pay a fee. So we budgeted 5,000, I'm sorry, $6,000 for the year, which equals $500 a month. And we've come in under that every month so far this year. So what I did was for May and June, I've upped the budget in Hoopla so people can check more stuff out.
Do we
One,
still have a limit on the amount of things they can check out?
it's still, it's
Still
still,
ten.
Yes.
it's 10 things a month.
So would it make more sense to increase that versus increasing the monetary budget, or is it
No.
close to that 500?
So it's closer to the 500. What the change that the reason I made that change, instead of upping the number, is because when you do the $500, the way Hoopla does it is they take the $500 and they divide it by how many days there are in the month. So, 30, 31, 28.
Okay.
And so that equals usually about like $25 a day. And then after that amount is spent, people can't check stuff out and
Really?
they get a little message, and I've gotten it many times.
Me too.
That's a, like,
Bradley was telling me about that the other day.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, your library spending
Yeah.
has maxed out for the day. Please come back after midnight and try again.
Yeah.
That, like, I've gotten quite a few recently phone calls and questions about that
That's right.
message. Some old man called me and he's like, but I haven't checked out more than I'm allowed to. And I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, it's
Yeah.
not you.
it's not you, it's us.
The system that Hoopla has set up. So
Understand, but
It
It's-
seems weird, right?
it seems weird.
Yeah, I guess it's so that, like, somebody can't come in on the first day and,
all 10 items. So
yeah, check out 10 items and be like, ha ha ha, I got all the, and spend all the money in the first couple days of the month.
there's some sad kid at the end of the month who can't check anything out.
Yeah. So, I understand why it's like that. You can't change it from that. That's the option for
Okay.
budgeting. So you can make it more money, or you can decrease it too. If you look at it, if I went in today and went, oh my God, we spent $700 already this month. I could turn it off. I could just say that's our limit. But since we have the extra money, I put in extra money for this month and next month.
Okay.
We also had anticipated spending money. We had budgeted to spend money on Boundless and Blackstone,
Mhm.
and we canceled
Yeah.
those. So we have that money to play with. So in the realm of the books and materials budget, we're doing very well.
Okay.
We should be able to buy books.
Now that I understand how that works, I'm totally on board with that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, you want to increase more.
I mean,
But let's see how this works with the 2 months at
Yeah.
600, because I mean, is that something that we would have to discuss if we wanted to make this a permanent increase?
I don't think so, no.
No.
Okay.
So one
We
thing
just
that
have to keep an eye on it as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
the thing I'm looking at for next year is because when we wrote the budget for next year, we thought we would have Boundless and Blackstone. We didn't budget, we budgeted for that expense. So we honestly have more money.
Thought we took out the 2,000 last time.
No. We didn't. We left it in there because it's just a part of the books and
Yeah,
materials
it
budget.
should fall under the same category.
We didn't decrease the category.
Yeah.
So like technically we have an extra couple of grand to spend with it. Boundless, the company that administered Baker and Taylor, owned Boundless, and they went out of business earlier this year. There's since been another company that has purchased the audio, like the app, and that the audio and the ebook materials. And I talked to them about maybe doing it again. I've told them that if they can do it for the same price we were paying Baker and Taylor, we would join. And the guy goes, okay, I'll let you know. and I haven't heard back from him.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming that they wanted 750, which I think technically we could have done, but I didn't feel like it was being used enough to
Mhm.
spend that much on
Yeah.
it. Plus, we can do a lot of the stuff that we do with Baker and Taylor. We can do on Palace. We can buy individual titles. You can read ebooks.
Yep.
So, like, why duplicate
Yeah,
that thing
why do
for
it twice?
$700 when I
Yeah.
could just pay? I could buy more books for that, you know.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's where the ebook world is living right now in terms of budget. Before everybody else got here, I was telling Richard how frustrated I am because I don't have really any updates about the water system.
Hmm.
I know it's been a decades long struggle, so I'm trying to contain myself, but they tentatively scheduled it for the middle of June. I have absolutely no more detail than that. I just got an email from Travis this morning that was basically like he doesn't have any more updates. They did soil samples out front, and he said they came back great. I don't know what that means. I mean, I guess that means
Yeah,
they're not-
soil.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I guess they're not infested with PFAS. Because they were talking about having to do some sort of like soil remediation where they like took all the soil out of the
Yeah.
lawn.
Girl.
So I'm hoping that that is not a thing that actually needs to get done. But the well's getting hooked up this summer. They said that last year. I'm waiting to hear the thing we're concerned about is when they hook the new well up, are we going to be without water for a couple of days?
Ooh,
And if we're without water, we obviously can't
be
be
open.
here.
Yeah.
So, and if that falls on the same day that we're supposed to have Dino Man here,
Or some other program.
yeah, because the hall is also on our water, is on the same.
Oh, I was just about to ask that, yeah.
So, the same well and everything. So if that happens,
Okay,
I might lose my mind.
so throwing this out there, if push comes to shove, talk to Matt. We might be able to have the golf course or Corinthia available,
Okay.
depending on the day, as long as there's not a wedding.
Yeah.
So,
What I was worried about, I was like, oh, well, I guess we could do it at OSEP if we really needed to,
Yeah.
you know, they have that big gym and everything. They have stuff going on, but we could probably work it in.
On the other hand, if it's a day or two to hook it up and they
Yeah.
say this is the date, you've been waiting forever.
Yeah.
You say, can it be Thursday instead of Tuesday? There may be a play
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my problem is that basically nobody thinks we need to know any of the
Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
We're at the end of the list of people to talk.
Yeah. Like I get an email that says, hey, they're coming on Thursday to do the drilling.
Yeah, which is like, you've known for a month. What? So.
Yeah, and hope that's not a problem. Bye.
Yeah,
Like,
gotcha.
okay, yeah, it's not a problem. Great. So
I mean,
yeah,
to me, there should be a little bit more communication, yes, but
Yes.
also cooperation.
Absolutely.
In terms of
Yes.
the impact, it impacts,
yeah,
it impacts you.
No,
yeah.
it
I've
impacts the community.
been trying to be a little more vocal in, people remembering that the library is also a part of the town.
Yes. And I'm just wondering, how many participants are you expecting for the Dino when coming, or like
Probably
a
gonna be
big
a
program? It depends.
Probably like 100.
the town.
Yeah.
it's gonna be big.
Yeah.
I was just thinking we
partnering-
could use the lodge if needed, but 100 is our restaurant capacity.
I think Dino Man is also quite large.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Like I said, the Corinthia, because
yeah, the big ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of space. Yeah, there was some sort, like, there are space. You have to say you can fit him in there.
yeah.
Now I'm
What's-
intrigued.
What's the date?
101.
Yeah.
After, let me know.
Okay,
Let's look it up, because I'll just text Matt to let him know.
okay. So because of all of that, we moved our raised beds out to the front so they wouldn't get trampled. One already got plowed in the winter. So we've replaced it, and we replaced the soil. Sarah Honig from the Honig goat farm down the street is gonna give us goat manure to add in, so I have to have a day where I don't care, like I smell like goat manure, and go and get that from her.
So that's for garden beds?
Yeah, for the raised beds,
Mhm.
yeah.
I was gonna offer today to open up those bags for you if you need it.
I keep thinking about it, but I want to wait for the
For the poop.
poo, yeah.
Yep.
And I had my 1 year check-in after Nels. So that was fun. We talked a lot about personal development. So for programming, we did a craft program in April. We're gonna do another one this month. We had 3 people come and they were all enthusiastic about the craft. The town had reserved the hall for all the Tuesdays in May, so there was no line dancing, but it's coming back a couple more weeks.
Get ahead of the town.
Yeah, I've already, don't worry,
it
you
up.
have it the entire summer. I did email Jeanette the other day. I'm like, I hope you haven't bumped us because it is a thing. In July, we're doing a cake decorating class.
Oh, I love that.
The workshops about the self-healing energy work have been bumped because the hall was booked for the days and she needed room for people to move. So we're touching base again today about that program.
So like Reiki sort of stuff.
I don't think so. I think it's more like,
Or is it the lady who's up the hill?
her name's Rhea Swift.
Yes, I know. I've met her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't really understand what it is.
Yes.
But there's movement involved. Like Reiki is very like just, and she's like, no, move your body. You got to move your pain out of your body. So
Cancer, right?
yes. So she's an interesting lady.
Yes.
I'm not mom to that. She'll be here for this.
And then Jerry Carbone is going to do a genealogy class. He did one here several years ago that people were really fans of, and they do a bi-monthly meeting, I guess, ish at Brooks Memorial, and they Zoom it. So he's going to do a physical class here, but also we're going to become a Zoom location for people to come and
Okay.
participate in that. So
Group Zoom setting.
yeah.
Okay.
So I thought that was going to be fun. That's our number one thing that people have asked us about is genealogy.
Interesting.
Doing that,
Good
yeah.
to know. Yeah.
And we have lots of stuff for the summer. I actually booked somebody for December already.
Oh, wow.
We're having it's a one woman thing, and she does historical, like, not reenactments. She acts out like the gift of the Magi, like holiday themed little skits, and very highly rated. And she's doing we're one of 3 libraries in the state that she's going to come to in December.
Cool.
So we got a good deal.
Is that gonna be at the hall or here?
It's gonna be here.
Okay.
I think.
Just saying if she's
If we
very
start hearing, if we start hearing a whole bunch, we'll do it
Okay.
next door. But for right now, I prefer to do it here.
Yeah.
Do we know if the drag reading they're going to be somewhere nearby where they can hit us again?
I don't
While
know.
they're doing the others.
Yeah, that was so fun.
Yeah.
We had the drag queen story hour
Oh,
Yeah.
last year. It was a
It's about maybe
huge
taking
turnout.
taking a year off and then
Okay.
doing it again next year.
Yeah.
Um,
No, it was
So that we
we
can
had what, like 40
balance
plus
our
people
programming.
show up and fit into
Yeah.
the children's
Yeah.
library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was packed
fun.
in there.
Yeah. Adults were standing up between the
Oh.
It was
shelves.
it was so cool.
That one bookshelf is now on casters, so we can push it out of the way. We did Allison and Kendra's Poor Carpentry. Studio. Casters.
Well done.
We were not allowed to have tools like that. We might hurt somebody. I have my drill. Yeah, just don't lean on it, you know?
A few pieces I got. Don't put anything heavy on that.
Children, please don't climb that. Yeah, so that's it pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be a fun summer.
I know, I'm excited. I'm hyped.
You're hyped? Oh, good.
I know I'm only going to go to like 3 of them, but I'm
Yeah.
excited about
Feed
that.
the energy.
I'm like disappointed that I'm working so much now.
I know.
I'm not gonna be able to make it to half these
I
things.
just took some more work over at the Hermitage and I was
Oh.
like, yeah, now I'm like, ah, not too late to say no.
Yeah.
Actually, it is, but
Yeah. Anyone have any questions, comments on the report?
no, I just want to say, Allison, I'm so happy with what you and Kendra have put together for this library. Like seeing all these incredible events that span
Yeah.
all ages, that it's not just
Mhm.
kids, and it's not just adults, is just so refreshing.
Mhm.
It is
Yeah.
so awesome to see, and I get so
More to
excited.
come, more to come.
It's very exciting.
My shoulder, I can't do a good dance anymore.
Do it like Irish, like with the hands at your side.
The sling off, you don't move it. All right. Anyone have anything else for? Anyone want to make a motion?
Oh, yeah.
To
Hi, Roger. I forgot you were there.
I'm here. I'm here. Great meeting. Thank you. I move to adjourn.
All right.
I'll second that at 11:32.
All right, all in
Good.
favor?
I
Aye.
Thanks.
Meeting adjourned.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thanks,
Bye.
Roger.
1 hour, 1 minute.